Yes, we moved from California to Florida, 3,000 plus miles away, in a truck and an 8x10 U-Haul trailer. And that's it. Hey y'all, welcome back to Self Love Activated. It's your girl, TMacDBoss. And if you could not tell by the title of this video, we moved to Florida. Yeah, Florida, if you missed it. Florida. Florida. We did it. So I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about how we moved to Florida, why we moved to Florida, and what has transpired since moving here, because it has been one wild ride. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's start off by talking about how we made this move. It wasn't an easy transition. It wasn't as smooth as everyone might think it is. And it's taken us quite some time to do it. Moving here, accomplishing this goal has taken us a total of 8 years. Damn! That is a tire duration that I've been with my husband. Whew. That's a long time, I know. Let's talk about how we actually accomplished it. So in 2018, my husband and I moved into our 3-bedroom, 2-bath house we rented. It was one of our goals that we wanted to accomplish, was to live in a house. We've always been living with someone or living in an apartment. And our first goal was to get into a house. We ended up having my daughter, and my husband came home one day and said, I put in my transfer paperwork, it's being processed, and a little bit over a year from now, we will be moving to Florida. Now, I've had this dream for quite some time, but after like 2017, we got pregnant. I really didn't think we were gonna accomplish it. Like, I thought I was gonna be on the back burner. I was gonna focus on having and raising my daughter, and that was gonna be it. I was gonna be living in my hometown, doing the same old, same old. But my husband clearly had other plans. In 2019, after living in that house for a year, my husband and I put in our 30-day notice. We packed up everything we had and went from living in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house to living and moving in with my mother and her husband, my stepfather. And we stuffed all the things that we had and cared about into 1 bedroom with a bathroom. And we lived there for an entire year. We stacked our chips, literally every little chip we could, minus a few serious things that have happened to us, which I can definitely do a video for you guys if you want. But other than that, minus those little events, we actually, not little because they were huge, we were able to hit our goal of saving the amount of money that we wanted to save. We actually, after that, rented out an 8x10 trailer from U-Haul. I have videos of it, so I'll put them up there of me surveying all the trailers that they had. But we landed and ended up on an 8x10. We hooked that bad boy up to our truck, which is a Jeep, and we packed up everything we had and drove 3,000 miles away. Now, granted, the only way that this was able to happen was because my husband put in a transfer for his job, and we were able to save our goal amount of money within 12 months. That's the only way this happened. So it wasn't that much of a breeze. It seems like it was super simple, but things kind of really do happen along the way. So I just want to throw that out there. If you guys think it's like, oh, that was like easy, hop, skip, and a jump. It wasn't. There's way more to it. But once we were able to do that, we arrived here. Now, mind you, it is August 2020, and we moved here. We left our home in April of 2020. So like full on pandemic mode. You can't leave your house. We are on restriction. We have curfews. We packed up everything we had and we moved during that time, which was wild. So in order for us to do so during that time, we actually had to have like clearance. So my husband had to get paperwork from his job that showed that he was to report to work in a few days. He had a legitimate reason on why he was going through the country during a pandemic, And he had to make sure that everywhere we went, even the hotels, I'll link the hotels that we stayed in, and I'll actually throw a picture of the route that we took to get there. We had to show that paperwork through some borders, especially getting into Florida, and at all the hotels that we stayed at, in order to verify, like, it was essential. That's what it was. It was essential for us to be traveling at this time. So, you know, you can tell my anxiety was through the roof. But we have made it all in one piece, all in great health. We are here and the goal has been accomplished. So let me get into why. Because that is a huge question that I get when people find out that we moved. Even my family has asked me a million times, Taylor, why did you choose to move to Florida? So here it goes. Moving to Florida was a huge goal of mine. It started out originally my goal back in 2012, 2011-ish, 2013-ish. I started going to college at St. Mary's in Moraga, California. I stayed there for a year, but I knew that I wanted to go to a college called Bethune-Cookman University, which is an HBCU in Daytona, Florida. I put in the paperwork to go. I got approved or accepted into the school. I just physically could not go due to a few personal financial reasons in my life at that time. So there was my dream. When I couldn't go to the school, I just told myself, okay, I want to at least get to Florida, and then I can figure out the school situation once I get there. It's been 8 years. However, along that way, it has turned into my husband's goal and my husband's dream, and he saw how passionate I was about it, and he literally did whatever it took for us to get here. Literally. I let go of our dream when we got pregnant in 2017 because I knew I had to take care of my daughter, but he's had other plans. So we're here. We knew and also had a big feeling that moving to this place would help us catapult our life and feel like we are finally starting our life where we wanted it to be. Moving to Florida has been the catalyst for our changes in our emotions, the relationship that we have as a married couple, how I view myself, how I love myself, how I treat myself. This goal, accomplishing this goal, has been the catalyst for all of it. Like, I cannot explain enough to you guys what it has done for us. Like, change the trajectory of our life. And it's not because we gained some huge amount of money. We have all this wealth now. We have all these amazing, like, materialistic things, or have a huge house. We literally live in a 1-bedroom apartment. It's me, my husband, and my daughter. We have the money that we saved, and we're just living day by day and trying to accomplish other goals that we have. But it's simply the fact that we accomplished this goal that makes everything else that much more amazing, because it's knowing that we got over this hurdle and did it, that anything else is possible. Now, I know for myself that that is a huge thing because I suffer from depression and severe anxiety. I was diagnosed with that back in 2018, actually, after having my daughter. I lost myself. Like, I literally was another person. I'm gonna drop a picture up here for you guys of what I looked like in 2012. Now, the girl in 2012 was super motivated, super independent, had everything going for herself, and just loved life. I was excited about life. As time went on, I kind of lost myself, you know, and that's the real deal. Like, I literally lost myself. This person that you're seeing right now, this was not me 6 months ago. This is time, this is effort, this is digging deep. This is literally activating self-love for myself, you guys. It's not just something that I created. Like, self-love activated came from me, like inside, finding myself again. Definitely not that girl that was that girl in 2012, but from 2012 to 6 months ago, 3 months ago, that was not that girl. That time period in between was not that girl there, and it's not that girl now. So the moving changed our life. We moved from California to Florida and literally changed our life. And I wanted to come and tell you guys about it because I am emanating happiness, positivity, and just pure love for everything else that I have going on in my life now that we moved. And I'm not gonna hide that for anyone. And I'm gonna shout it to the world. And this is me shouting it to the world. So I implore you guys, if there are dreams or goals that you have, go out there and do whatever it takes to accomplish them. Because us accomplishing that goal, like that one goal, made us feel like that anything else that we wanted to do in life was achievable. Me loving myself again is achievable. Me finding out who I am is achievable. I feel like I've done one thing, I've got the ball rolling, and now there's no way I can stop because the first thing has fueled me to literally get through anything else. And that's all I want for you guys. Like, self-love activated is real, you guys. It's not just about feeling beautiful or in any way that you feel beautiful. It's not about always tapping into that old self on the things that make you feel good. It's about digging deep and finding out who you are on the inside and doing whatever it takes to go deep inside and harness it and pull it out of you, especially if you're like me and you've gone through really dark times. With my depression and my anxiety, I have been in the downward spiral. In digging inside and finding out who I am and what I love about myself again, and also adding a little razzle dazzle has helped me. But finding those things again has made me love myself, see myself again for the very first time. And moving helped me do it, y'all. I don't know what else to say. People don't understand why moving to Florida made me so happy, but this is exactly why. I literally was able to find myself again. It took me, like, I'm still on that journey. That's not over. I just feel like by making myself feel better, I'm one step closer. I write things down in my journal and I try to connect with myself to find out what it is that I want out of life. And that's literally making me happy every single day. So I implore you guys, find those goals, write them down, tell yourself, repeat them, start a mantra, a ritual, a routine, or whatever it is that you need to get in the consistent habit of feeling that good feeling. Knowing that because you wrote those goals down on paper, you can see them, you can visualize them, and you can be one step closer and one task closer to accomplishing them. Because this was a huge goal of ours, and accomplishing it has changed my life, has changed my little family's life. So do whatever you need to do. Leave behind whatever negativity you need. People, family, friends, environments, work situations, if they are not bringing you happiness, genuine happiness, where you can be your true self in acceptance, let it go, because it'll just bring you down. And we are only here for that good and that happy. Yes, we moved from California to Florida, 3,000 plus miles away, in a truck and an 8x10 U-Haul trailer. And that's it. And we are on the journey to our new life. So if you guys have any questions, anything you guys want to talk about, any videos that you guys want me to do about our lifestyle and self-love activated, drop them down in the comments below. I will definitely leave the tags where you guys can find me and communicate with me. TMacDBoss is my personal, and our self-love activated Instagram has been on and popping. So y'all get there, communicate with me, let me know what's going on, how you're feeling, what you're going through, because we're here, y'all, and it's only up from here. And I'm ready to take y'all up with me. I will be back soon with the next video, you guys. Love you so much. Bye.